They thought it was just a normal walk, but what they found on the golf course left them in tears. Like this video now, because you won't believe how this story unfolds. On a sunny spring afternoon, a family set out for a leisurely walk across their local golf course. The wind rustled gently through the trees, and birds sang cheerfully in the distance. But suddenly, faint and desperate cries drifted from a nearby bush near the 8th hole. Curious and concerned, the family stepped closer, only to discover something that broke their hearts. Inside were 5 tiny, abandoned kittens, barely clinging to life. Their eyes were still closed, their fragile bodies trembling from the cold, with no sign of their mother. It was clear these little souls had been left all alone. Without hesitation, the family gently gathered the kittens and brought them home. Their daughter, Darily, took on the enormous task of hand-raising all 5. Day and night, she bottle-fed them, kept them warm, and cared for them with tireless devotion. Slowly, under her loving attention, the kittens began to grow stronger and more lively. Not every family member, however, was immediately enchanted. The father supported the rescue, but he made one thing very clear: "I don't want to get attached." He had felt the pain of losing pets before and didn't want to risk his heart again. But sometimes the smallest creatures have the biggest plans. Among the kittens was a tiny calico with soft patches of orange, black, and white fur. The family named her Birdie. Even before her eyes opened, she seemed to know exactly who she wanted to win over. Time after time, she crawled instinctively toward the father, as if drawn to him. At about 2 weeks old, Birdie finally opened her eyes, and the very first face she truly saw was his. With wobbly steps, she made her way to him, mewing softly, searching for warmth and comfort. Still, he remained firm, refusing to hold her. But Birdie was not discouraged. Each time he sat down, she found her way to him, curling against his foot or climbing onto his lap. One afternoon, after a long day at work, the father dozed off on the sofa. Birdie seized her chance. She climbed carefully onto his shoulder, curled into the crook of his neck, and fell fast asleep. When he stirred, his hand instinctively cupped her tiny body, holding her close. And in that quiet moment, everything changed. From then on, the man who once vowed never to hold a kitten became Birdie's greatest friend. She perched on his chest as he read the newspaper, purred happily while he scratched her ears during TV time, and followed him everywhere he went. Their bond grew unbreakable, a friendship no one had expected. As the weeks passed, the kittens grew into playful, curious adventurers, filling the home with joy and laughter. The family had planned to find new homes for all of them, but Birdie had already captured every heart, especially the father's. Letting her go was no longer an option. By the time she was 3 months old, Birdie was a cherished member of the family. She was living proof that animals don't just get rescued, they rescue us in return. The father, who once kept his distance, now couldn't imagine life without her. Whether in the garden, on the sofa, or simply sharing a quiet morning coffee, Birdie was always by his side. This story is a powerful reminder that animal rescue doesn't just transform the lives of animals, it changes people too. Sometimes love and healing find us exactly where we least expect them. Now we'd love to hear from you. What did this story make you feel? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We can't wait to read them.